right, so we're back out again. I've got a second log set up, people. A second log. And we still have our two little Gatorade ash bottles. I'm back over here. We've got, this is a Smith & Wesson pistol. And I also have an extra mag on top with this little holster. Pretty handy holster, I like it. Smith & Wesson SW40VE. Notice this has no safety mechanism, which you know, some people would say, oh, that's a safety issue. Well, if you know how to handle it, it's not so much. Okay, so you've got your release mechanism for the mag. Make sure there's no round in there. Okay, at this point it's unsafe, so I have my rounds where I need them if I need to get to it quick, and it's unsafe to make ready. There, I'm ready. There's no extra safety. I consider it unsafe if there's no round in the chamber. This weapon has enough pull to charge it that, you know, little hands that aren't strong enough aren't going to be able to charge it. Of course, it's a good idea to make sure that they still can't from time to time. My oldest camera lady is able to charge it. So I've got to make sure that that camera lady is trained and knows not to get anywhere near this thing unless there's a really good reason. Once that camera lady's old enough, they'll get some training on it, okay? So that's it with safeties. It's got the sights. You've got your rear sight with the two dots and the one in the front with the one. You just line them up across, 1, 2, 3, and let her rip. So without further ado, it's been a bit since I fired this, and again, I'm not a pistol marksman at all, but we'll see what I can do from relatively close range. It won't be too close, it'd be embarrassing if I miss, so I'm going to back up so when I miss, it's not as embarrassing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot at the right log, the brand new log, dead center first, kind of see where I am, and take a look. And I have a feeling I missed entirely because there was some snow that went flying up over to the right, and sure enough, there's nothing there. So let's walk on back. And I'll tell you, when I first got this, it had a heck of a trigger squeeze. Way too much. To pull the trigger, I was, you know, it was enough that it was throwing me off for accuracy, and that was no good. So I took it to, I believe it was Cabela's. I think it was Cabela's. It might have been Gander Mountain, and they did what they call a trigger job on it, and they lightened that trigger squeeze for me, and it makes a huge difference. So let's see if I can get it on the second try here, just somewhere on that log. Well, that worked. That knocked it right down. Let's go take a look where actually it hit. So, where did it hit? Sure not. Oh, there it is right there. So I probably pulled a little bit as I was pulling that trigger, pulled it to the right because I was aiming dead center. So let's take another try at it. I'm actually going to try to get one of those bottles. I'm going to shoot at the one on the left in case I pull the shot again. It might hit the one on the right. Hey, I got it. Missed to the left, hit it, missed to the left, missed to the left, hit it. I don't know where that one went. To the right, that's where it is. And the last, whatever's left in here, I'm going to shoot the block of wood on the right there. And that's it. When you run out, when your magazine runs out, you end up with it locking to the rear. So it makes it really easy to see that you're out of rounds. You can also make sure your mag is empty. This is a, oh gosh, 13 round mag, 14? It says 14 on there. And then of course you could always start with one in the chamber, but again, at that point, you're not safe because there's no safety mechanism on this. Let's take a look. Look at this. So I was aiming at the bottles, and we had some holes in the bottles before, but I hit both bottles. I also hit right here, it looks like, and then a couple 40 cal rounds in this one, which I never was even aiming at. And then I've got one here, the one that we had there, one there, and that looks like it. So, but again, now if you're thinking about what is a pistol like this going to be used for, home defense, most likely, right? So if you think about the distance we're firing from, about 10 yards, tops, 5 maybe, you're inside a home. If you're hitting inside this range, I mean, compare my torso size, right, to that. You're gonna be hitting the torso of a home invader. So pretty good home defense weapon, easy to shoot, very easy to clean. Sometimes it takes me a second to get this to open up, but it is quite easy to clean. Usually just run a rag through there, and there's these pins on either side. I don't even know if you'd call them a pin, but you bring it back slightly and then pull those down, and it should slide off the front if I can get it. I always get it wrong where to hit. I can't remember if it's supposed to. There it is. I had to pull the trigger. So that just slides right off. You take out your spring, and the barrel drops right out of there, and then you can clean that out. Really not much to it at all. Super simple. Keep a light coat of oil on it, and that's it. So big fan. This was actually the first pistol, first weapon actually, firearm at least, that I ever owned. I bought this, what is it, 2009? So we've had this for 12, 13 years now, and never had any issues with it. I've never had to use it in self-defense. Just a little bit of target practice to just make sure I still know what I'm doing with it, and that's it. So that is the Smith & Wesson, made in Springfield, Massachusetts, MA. Massachusetts? Is that Massachusetts? Camera lady, you don't remember? I don't either. MA. That's not Maine, is it? Goodness gracious. Springfield, MA. And it's the SW40VE. And I'm a fan. That's all I've got for today.